Okay, first training session, we're gonna rough up the Hoonigan a bit. We're focusing on Gymkhana essentials, big slides, and precision. Get the right amount of points, and we move on. You'll love the next trick. It's the grind rail. To grind these, you need to be properly aligned and to hit them at a high speed to slide all the way. On your right and back again. Figure 8 ahead. Try not to slide too wide. Now toss it back the other way. For a little grind rail? Passing through these tunnels earns you points too. They force you to be precise. Come on, one last round. Give me a few more tricks. Dude, the Hoonigan, that's a tire-slaying monster. Don't be shy with it. Hell yeah, that's my driver. The first time we installed the grind rail was in Florida. We thought a car doing the skateboard trick, man, that's gotta be cool. And it was. Cool moment, but it's still a bit light. Give it another shot. You've just taken your first step in the quest to becoming a Gymkhana master. The tricks we set up require a ton of precision and therefore training. Proper car control requires timing and impact. Everything is weight balance. Engage the brake hard at that perfect moment, get proper steering, but above all, never lift. Let's see how you handled your first slides with the Hoonigan. All right, so now the real test is gonna be whether or not you can manage to put this all together in real Gymkhana conditions. First, out of this first stat I wanna put together. There's 2 cars I wanna see go head to head. Take your pick.
Que tu peux profiter du terrain de jeu autant que tu le souhaites en free drive pour perfectionner tes nouvelles compétences. photos, on fait une pause avant de reprendre la quête du Gymkhana avec un épisode de bis versus dat. Hoonigan réalise d'innombrables activités automobiles, de la custom au pro racing. Mais l'une de leurs préférées est aussi simple que fun. Comparer des voitures à la course. Aujourd'hui, on compare deux voitures chères à notre hôte. Tu en sauras davantage plus tard. Pour l'instant, tu as juste à choisir.
The RWB 911 Turbo. It's just a spicy Beetle, except this one is really fast. You're into this versus that event. The guys and I do it all the time. We put two cars on the grid and see which one is the fastest. We only compare cars for the fun of it. Don't worry if you lose. But let's see if you bet on the right horse. We'll fix that at HQ. Our two competitors today belong to the collection of a true Volkswagen nerd, me. These cars on track, it makes me feel emotional. And a little bit anxious, to be honest. Don't crash yours, please. I'll tell Gary the same thing. Some of my guys who bet against the Porsche don't seem very confident anymore. This race is like seeing a Jack Ferdinand Porsche fighting a buffed up August Hork in the octagon. In the red corner, the 965 Turbo, upgraded to over 400 horsepower with Japanese aesthetics. Love this. And in the blue corner, the 1990 Coupe Quattro with a big turbo that takes it up over 800 horsepower. A good little boy. They both have a lot of power and they're both insane. I'm not going to bed before kissing these two beauties goodnight. It calms me. See the volcano? My guys are preparing a first Gymkhana test for you over there. Things are gonna get real. Half German, half Japanese. No wonder you're in first place with that car. The end is near. Oh boy, it's gonna be tough watching either of my babies lose. If you wanna push the car to its limit, now is the time. Half German, half Japanese. No wonder you're in first place with that car. My 911 lost, but my Quattro won. Weird feeling. I don't really know how to react. It's like choosing your favorite kid. right, all right. Ah, you did great. But honestly, this versus that was heartbreaking to watch. On one side, you've got this 1990 Audi Coupe Quattro that took me a mere 2 decades to see crazy hill climbing beast. And on the other, the ultimate goal for any VW, Audi, Porsche nerd like myself. One of the first 2 cars that Raw Welt ever built outside of Japan. Check out the hips on that thing. I know we patched this whole thing together, but I just can't watch either of these lose, so I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed for this one. All good? Can I open my eyes now? Let's meet at the foot of the volcano. It's time to put your skills to the test in an actual Gymkhana.
On se remet en mode Gymkhana. On est sur une épreuve de validation. Tu vas devoir utiliser ce que tu as appris sur le terrain. Scotto veut voir si tu peux mettre ça en pratique dans un contre-la-montre. Pour cette épreuve, ta Hoonigan sera remplacée par une Camaro de 66 de 3e génération, entièrement modifiée. Hoonigan a créé cette voiture à la demande de Chevrolet. La marque voulait une voiture digne d'un moteur spécial. Un moteur de caisse 632, aussi appelé Big Block. Difficile de le rater, ce moteur perce littéralement le capot. En fait, il n'y a même pas de capot. Bonne chance pour le test, pilote.
Hey, welcome to the first test, the volcano. We really spruced up the place. The plan's simple. You go up to the summit, then drive down as fast as you can while performing various tricks. I want to see if you can be both fast and precise in such a challenging environment. All right, I'd be lying if I didn't happen to mention a few drivers might have gone down the ravine. It was kind of rough, but that's not going to happen to you. And after all, the Camaro, virtually unbreakable. Good luck.
You're probably wondering, why a chopper? You'll find out soon. Time to see what you've learned. Finish the race on time. Do as many tricks as you can. And on top of winning that money, you'll win my heart. Deal? That big block is ultra powerful, and that's not a euphemism. But she's not a natural-born Gymkhana machine like the Hoonigan. You can drift the streetcar for sure, but it's at your own risk with the handbrake. Yeah, you're gonna jump over it, like now. Now that's what we call proximity. This type of moment in a video with slow-mo, now that's badass. Remember, align properly to take the rail. We designed this path in reference to hill climbs, hardcore uphill races. But in a volcano, dude, you take it up a notch. Come on, I want to see you flirt with the precipice a little longer. Kill these tires. Watch out for roadworks, 100 meters ahead. Slaloming at high speed through roadworks, jumping over a chopper, that's why Gymkhanas exist. Follow the chopper, the end is right over there. Okay, that's a shame, but you'll get it next time. Just do the same, but faster.
On peut reprendre notre progression sur cette playlist. On se remet en mode Gymkhana. On est sur une épreuve de validation. Tu vas devoir utiliser ce que tu as appris sur le terrain. Scotto veut voir si tu peux mettre ça en pratique dans un contre-la-montre.
Hey, welcome to the first test, the volcano. We really spruced up.
Probably wondering, why a chopper? You'll find out soon. Time to see what you've learned. Finish the race on time. Do as many tricks as you can. And on top of winning that money, you'll win my heart. Deal? That big block is ultra powerful, and that's not a euphemism. But she's not a natural-born Gymkhana machine like the Hoonigan. You can drift the streetcar for sure, but it's at your own risk with the handbrake. Yeah, you're gonna jump over it, like now. Now that's what we call proximity. This type of moment in a video with slow-mo, now that's badass. Remember, align properly to take the rail. We designed this path in reference to hill climbs. hardcore uphill races. But in a volcano, dude, you take it up a notch. Come on, I want to see you flirt with the precipice a little longer. Kill these tires. Watch out for roadworks, 100 meters ahead. Slaloming at high speed through roadworks, jumping over a chopper, that's why Gymkhanas exist. Follow the chopper. The end is right over there.
Well done. That time attack was crazy and honestly not very easy to negotiate, especially in a 1,000 horsepower Camaro. This machine owes its power to the extremely prominent 632 big block coming through the hood. We also beefed up the drivetrain, specifically going with straight cut gears, because Gymkhana drivers tend to be a little hard on their equipment and break everything. And by the way, we shot a couple highlight videos. I figured you might want to watch them. This race, it had its wow moments, but the others, they're gonna need to be even more spectacular than that. I need you to go pick up this Mitsubishi Evo 9, and then you gotta bring it back to the shop so Ron, the rally guru, and the boys can jump on it and get a build going.
La voiture que Scotto vient d'acheter t'attend dans un parking un peu plus loin. Il te faudra juste la ramener au QG Hoonigan pour qu'il lui fasse un petit traitement particulier. La customisation, c'est leur truc.
lucky to find this Evo in this area. It's quite rare in the US, so I had to jump on it. I've told Ron, and the team can't wait to get their hands on it. And what's more, we've got a sunset and great sound. Everything's smiling on us. Chill out a bit. You see, this car doesn't look like much. Just look at the interior. No frills, classic Japanese minimalism. But there's always more. Mitsubishi gave us a nice inline four-cylinder with already 280 horsepower. That we're gonna turn up a bit. Believe me, this bad boy is gonna make an absolute Gymkhana beast. We just need to give it a Hoonigan touch. I think we add a little carbon to it, a good way to give it some street spirit. Like a carbon hood, roof, and 4 doors. Did I say a little carbon? I meant a lot. Creating a Gymkhana car is always exciting. You start with an idea, toss in some passion, fantasy, and insanity, and you get the ultimate car. Finally back to the Hoonigan HQ. Thanks for your help, appreciate it. Ron's inside. He's gonna take care of Mademoiselle.
Prépare-toi pour un nouvel atelier et de nouvelles cascades. Tu connais la chanson? Tout ce que tu apprends sur le terrain de jeu te sera utile plus tard. Nouvelle session, nouvelle voiture. Tu vas conduire la seule électrique de Hoonigan et probablement le bolide de Gymkhana le plus puissant, l'Audi Onitron.
second training session. Nobody at dawn. We've got the playground to ourselves. That was a precision strike section. You have to hit the sticks with your car's bumper. And that is a wall ride. You know how to drift against gravity? You're gonna learn. Today's all about using the skills you learned before and moving up a gear. New wall ride coming up. Try to skid when you're on top, but be careful. If you take off, you could lose control of your vehicle. All right, let's go again with the precision strike. The trick is not going too fast and just throwing the car in before the first stick. Pull the handbrake if you have to. Last round, so I don't want to see one stick standing. Hoonigan is the most futuristic of all Gymkhana cars. It could drift on the moon, so get me to the stratosphere. So you're starting to know me. I'm not that cool. Try again.
All right, you dizzy yet? Should be. But I also think you're starting to finally understand what it is to Gymkhana. Donuts, the wall ride, the grind, they're all technical stunts and difficult to pull off, of course. But the true value is in the spectacle. Gymkhana is entertainment. The aim is to create the most dramatic and wild moments. It can take anywhere from 6 months to a year for us to gather all of the ideas and locations and everything, but a driver only has a few minutes to make it all work. Come on, check out your moves. The one advantage to EVs is the acceleration and instant torque. No matter the situation, you'll always have enough power to pull off a stunt. As always, we're gonna put your skills to the test. But let's change things up a bit. How about a little of this versus that? Go park the Hoonigan. It's big block versus big block.
Tu as vu comme Scotto aime les bis versus dat. On a demandé à Hoonigan s'ils accepteraient de mesurer l'une de leurs créations à l'une des nôtres. 50% Hoonigan, 50% Motorfest. Voici le match. La 3100 du Motorfest contre la Camaro de 3e génération de Hoonigan. Ces voitures ont une chose en commun, et pas des moindres. Elles sont toutes deux propulsées par le même moteur Big Block. Tu es bien sûr libre de choisir entre les deux, mais je suis convaincue que la 3100 va gagner.
The 3100 Big Block Edition? So the Motorfest side, all right. Wow, the turns are really rough here. Two Chevys, two big blocks, but only one winner. It's prophetic. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but I really like the concept of this race. Tricky turns are back. Second lap. Modifying a classic pickup like the 3100, I admit, it's bold. I'm curious about the time they had to make it. On our side, we built that Camaro kit in 3 weeks. Even had it 3D printed. Thought a cockfight. We agree, but let it be said. Decisive lap. Gymkhana driver without breaking a few eggs. 3,100 reasons to bow out. You made the right choice. Well done.
Scotto a décidé du format de la prochaine épreuve de validation. Une course avec cascade. Il s'agit probablement de l'une des dernières épreuves avant le Gymkhana Motorfest. Donc Scotto sera particulièrement attentif à ta performance.
Just like the volcano, it's a practice run, your final one, so let's see you put those newfound skills to the test. We turned it up a bit this time. You're gonna be racing against other drivers for this one. The car, the track, the electric atmosphere, it's all there. I wanna show you how everything works together in Gymkhana. Throw down some crazy tricks, win the race, and I might just consider you for Gymkhana Motorfest. Good luck.
Kind of start that makes me happy. Precision Strike is up next. Remember to adapt your speed and throw your car before the first stick. You can either settle for winning the race or try to impress me by doing as many tricks as possible. Not forgetting to blow up your opponents, of course. Slide left, then slide right. Got lightning, red neon lights, and the Hoonigan. It's a black. Just what we're looking for in Gymkhana. Create a unique atmosphere. part is full of turns. The ideal zone for striking and winning bucks. Oh boy! The Gymkhana mine, you have it.
I wanted to play it cool, but color me impressed. You clearly have the drive and the moves we're looking for. But the Hoonigan does make it kind of easy, doesn't it? Its design and inspiration came from one of the most legendary and important rally cars of all time, the S1 E2 Quattro. 2 Formula E engines allow this thing to absolutely incinerate tires. Thing is, you have the skills. See for yourself. Let's go. That's got to be my favorite moment of the race. Nice work, sport. You finally made it to the big show. My team and the crew at Motorfest are putting on the final details for Gymkhana Motorfest. But we have one more challenge for you.
Pilote, tu as impressionné Scotto. On dirait que tu vas piloter pour le grand spectacle du Gymkhana. Mais avant, il reste un dernier challenge. Direction le QG Hoonigan. La Hoonicorn est de retour. Elle est tellement iconique qu'il serait dommage de ne pas en profiter une dernière fois.
All right, I brought you back here for one more challenge before I give you the keys to the house. Let me clarify. I took the Hoonigan out for a ride this morning. Not the kind of car you'd expect to take a trip to the seaside, right? So I figured with that setting, a drift record was the perfect thing to do. You know, casual stuff. All right, you see where I'm going with this? I want to see if you can beat my score in the same conditions. I don't think it's going to be too difficult with everything you've learned during the playlist.
You have to beat my score. You really think you can do it? Use all the elements. Grind, donut, everything you've learned is worth points. Only 30 seconds left. Only 25 seconds left. Only 20 seconds? I'm kidding. I'll stop doing that. It's not fair.
Gotta admit, you got me on that one. You definitely shredded like your life depended on it. And you left your mark all over the burnyard. We appreciate that. Yeah, that's what we call victory donuts. All right, look, we waited long enough. You've done it. You're a Gymkhana driver now. Finish the playlist. Gymkhana Motorfest, here we come.
mémoire vive garde un enregistrement de Scotto expliquant qu'il faut beaucoup d'entraînement pour devenir pilote de Gymkhana. Mais là, tu as clairement le niveau. Tu as relevé tous les défis lancés par Hoonigan. C'est maintenant l'heure de ton propre Gymkhana. Le spectacle commence au port de Barbers Point et ta nouvelle voiture est déjà en place. Amuse-toi bien, Gymkhana Driver.
This is it. This is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? To become a Gymkhana master. Motorfest allowed us to spice up the island with a huge Gymkhana grid playground and create the most entertaining race ever, littered with the craziest and wildest stunts we could think of. All right, this is your moment. Drive as accurate as possible. It's your performance that'll make it exceptional. Remember that Evo 9? Well, Ron and the boys finally finished building it. And to christen it, I think we make it your machine for Gymkhana Motorfest. I think it's time to rip it.
Let's go. Your car, your moment, your Gymkhana. And I'm not going to be holding your hand for this one. Just do what you have learned. We're going to film this race. It's too important. All I ask is that you go all the way to get the dopest shots we can get. Grind all the rails, burn it to the rims, and jump your heart out. You're gonna love what's beyond the lighthouse. Hey, yo, that was a close call. Come on, it's not over yet. This giant pineapple needs its 360. It deserves it. Knock yourself out. I need intravenous tricks. That's it. Gymkhana mastery.
That was dope. And I'm not going to use too many adjectives here. We'll just let the footage speak for itself. Now, let me introduce Gymkhana Motorfest, featuring the Evo 9, starring you. That's right. The Evo 9, you'll be driving it because you earned it.
Tu n'as pas encore récupéré ta récompense. Après ce Gymkhana, tu as maintenant un lien unique avec cette voiture. La Lancer Evo 9 version Hoonigan est ta voiture de Gymkhana pour toujours. Félicitations.